in firewood. LPG has over 1,000 uses, but for now, let's just use it to cook. AfriGas, the healthier choice. Cook clean, cook quick, and stay healthy.
Nothing gets transformed in your life until your mind is transformed. Have you been thinking of transforming your mind through information technology? Well, wait no more. The College of Digital Excellence, CODE, is here to bring your dream to life. CODE, in partnership with NIIT, an institution from India with its footprint in 30 countries across the world and with over 40 years of experience in IT education and training, will provide IT training and development solutions to individuals, institutions, and enterprises in Sierra Leone. CODE has professional tutors from Sierra Leone and India with a wealth of experience in education and training delivery. CODE offers various certificates to honors, professional diploma level courses starting from basics like computer fundamentals, Microsoft Office tool till full stack developer, web design and development, database management, hardware, networking, CCNA, CCNP, cybersecurity, digital marketing. CODE has ultra-modern facilities ranging from international standard classrooms and labs with top-notch equipment for lecturers, both in person and virtual, with latest interactive flat panels, future-ready hardware setup with all latest desktop computers for students, in-house developed study materials, textbooks which helps to deliver the best contents to its students. It's also offering a specially designed summer vacation program that will introduce educational activities that encourage kids to learn in a fun way. Visit us at 36 Main Motor Road, Congo Cross, Freetown. If you are not studying at CODE NIIT, you are missing something.
Why go to make fast too? I wait just now. Only 10 minutes and 1 hour 30 minutes. I don't get no chop. I think you know the salon traffic here.
God.
Jesus.
Put the lights back.
Oh, bye. What do we go do now? Don't begin me sweat. The makeup don't begin me soft.
No. Excuse me. Patient me small, yeah?
What do we go do now? They don't begin call me now. They call me so. Hello? Please, una hold on small. Light just to go. Ma call una back.
Okay, I just remember. Wow. Thank God for EcoBank, the mobile app.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Now I just buy top up from ETSA now. Voila. Top up don't come. Dennis? Go now, go enter this top up right now for me now. Now. Sorry about it.
When you see the EcoBank mobile app and it's a self-give for answer yes. Now your mommy go left.
You are watching AYV Television.
Good evening, this is AYV's Primetime News and I'm Antonia Howard. Let's start with tonight's headlines.
Special Needs School receives third and fourth quarter subvention for 2021.
Special Needs Schools expresses its deep appreciation to the government of Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone's tourism minister and the general manager of the National Tourist Board attend first edition of the East African Community Regional Tourism Expo in Tanzania.
Really shake the continent. It is time for Africa to stand up. And the beauty part of it, my leadership, is
United Bank for Africa UBA and the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education launched National Essay Competition.
This is an initiative offering opportunity to publish, to distinguish themselves, to show their writing skills.
Now for the full news.
Sierra Leone's Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Dr. Memunatu Pratt, and the Director of Tourism, Mohamed Jallo, and the General Manager of the National Tourist Board, Fatmata Hamid Keru, have all attended the maiden edition of the East African Community Regional Tourism Expo in Tanzania. The theme for this year is Promotion of Resilient Tourism for Inclusive Socio-Economic Development. Ansfer Lubimetska has the story.
Tourism Awards 2021 for a cutting-edge initiative in ensuring that tourism remains driving force of the economy of Sierra Leone. Tanzanian Tourism Minister Damas Dumbaro said the event aimed at promoting tourism attractions available in the EAC member countries of Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and South Sudan, and will also help to encourage tourism stakeholders, especially the private sector, to work out strategies aimed at reviving the sector that has been devastated by the COVID-19 pandemic.
really shake the continent. It is time for Africa to stand up. And the beauty part of it, my leadership, is that our leadership, women leadership, they are driving a positive agenda. And I would really appreciate to give them the front row. Because men, I don't know what happens with men. Yes, I really don't know. And we pray that we can emulate what Her Excellency has done for Tanzania. She's not only doing for Tanzania, but she's doing it for the continent. We really appreciate it. Thank you once again, Honorable Minister. Okay. This one as well comes from the African Tourism Board, Continental Tourism Awards 2021. Honorable Minister Memunatu B. Pratt. I hope I pronounced it well. Through your cutting edge.
In a statement, Minister Pratt thanked EAC and the Minister of Tourism and Natural Resources for spearheading and hosting this event, noting that it is not only inspiring but has challenged ECOWAS to do same. She continued that African Union Tourism Expo is something, and as the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, she was there to recognize and appreciate the leadership of the United Republic of Tanzania.
Distinguished opportunity to thank the African Tourism Board for this recognition. This recognition is just the beginning, and I know this award is going to serve as an inspiration to all other ministers in EAC and then also in ECOWAS. The women will continue to lead in tourism. Women constitute over 70% of the tourism sector in terms of jobs.
Dr. Pratt, on behalf of President Julius Maada Bio, the hospitality sector and people of Sierra Leone, presented a gift to Tanzania President, which was received on behalf of the Tourism Ministry, appreciation of the relationship between the two countries and a stronger partnership in the field of tourism and development. The minister and her team toured museums and wildfire sanctuaries as part of their engagements in Tanzania. Lansford Lubimetska, AYV News in Freetown.
Well, the United Bank for Africa, UBA, and the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education have launched the second edition of the National Essay Competition for secondary schools across the country. The competition is geared towards enhancing the writing skills of pupils whilst giving them the opportunity to contribute to problem solving in the society. This year's winner is set to win a sum of 50 million leones. Ronald Joe Morovia has more on the story.
The National Essay Competition is an initiative of the United Bank for Africa Foundation that is part of UBA Group's drive to improve education for underprivileged across Africa. Launched in 2011 in Nigeria, this is the second edition of the competition in Sierra Leone. Last year's competition attracted 280 applications from 7 districts. This year's competition is open to pupils from all 16 districts across the country, with a sum of 100 million for the top 3 and scholarship for the winner.
This is an initiative offering opportunity to publish, to distinguish themselves, to show their writing skills, and be able to qualify for an award which UBA will grant in the form of a grant to study in any university of their choice across Africa. And it comes with an award of up to 50 million euros for the first winner, 30 million euros for the first runner-up at the second position, and 20 million for the third position.
According to the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, this year's theme is Environment Resilience in Sierra Leone, identify a critical stakeholder and present their intervention for climate change. He noted the competition seeks to enhance creativity and critical thinking among others.
If you talk about essays and writing and the creative arts, we just launched what we call the Creativity, Arts and Music Task Force. Creativity and writing is essential for our learning. The second C is computational thinking. Now, some may call it numeracy, but it's how you solve problems. So it's not I'm not here because it's a competition. I'm here because it's an opportunity for people to learn.
Last year's runner-up explains his experience from the competition.
The experience last year was simply amazing. From the moment we had a tour of the bank's main branch to the moment we spent at the hotel. I would also like to take this moment to urge future participants to not take this competition lightly. As the UBA advertisement rightfully states, this competition creates a platform for students to shape their future through writing.
Applicants are expected to write an essay of 450 to 500 words with a deadline slated for 10th November this year. Ronald Jumovia, AYV News, Freetown.
Over 1,000 independent representatives have benefited from entrepreneurship training for e-commerce, which was organized by QNet. According to Abubakar Mara, the independent representatives of QNet Sierra Leone, the event seeks to help entrepreneurs connect to customers using technology and the internet. Bakari Matia has the details.
QNet is a world-leading direct selling company that helps entrepreneurs start their businesses in areas like nutrition, personal care, fashion accessories on an e-commerce platform. Speaking to AYV after the training organized at the new City Hall, the independent representative of QNet Sierra Leone, Abubakar Mara, highlighted the importance of the training.
The purpose of this event is to train the IRs, is to train the marketers how they can be a good marketers, how they can be a good entrepreneurs, how they can develop a good e-commerce system in this country, because we experience that different nations today around the world, many youth, many people around the world today surviving through this e-commerce system, through entrepreneurship. So, and we serve Sierra Leoneans. Now we are having a great participants who are having interest in e-commerce, in entrepreneurship. So the purpose of this event, and we are connected with our founders around the world, starting from Malaysia, Hong Kong, Dubai. We are having a conference with them to get the knowledge, to get the experience, how to develop a good market, how to become a good entrepreneur, how to gain money inside this company.
In a country where many youth have little or no knowledge on entrepreneurship and how to start up businesses, Some of the independent representatives that were part of the training shared with AYV how embracing entrepreneurship skills have changed their lives.
Highest amount of money, of course, I've been to get as a salary, and I've been 450,000 per month. So life is so difficult for me. Now, out of that salary, I've been to survive. Now, out of that, I've been to pay me lesson fees till I'm able to seek me once until I'm able to make her up for going to college, but I'm not be actually able to enter the university at all. Well, right now, I tell Allah thank you because Kino don't change so many things about me. Because with you, obviously, I've been to suffer for yesterday. Today, a lot of them, I don't realize them.
Yes, actually, me, I come on a poor family. Then I be to go to school. So like I be don't sit me first was, I don't get requirement. Then the second was I be the sit down for make I work for go do nursing. Then show me gotta show me the plan of the business and make me decision because I believe say in life if you believe say they achieve in life, it will take any step for make you go become successful in life.
Abubakar Mara ended on the note of challenge entrepreneurs face to start up businesses or capital generation. He alluded that this training will go a long way to capacitating these representatives. Bokari Matia, AYV News, Freetown.
The principal of the Milton Magai School for the Blind, Sally Toure, has on behalf of special needs schools in the country acknowledged receipt of the third and fourth quarter subventions for the year 2021. Toure implored the government to treat all children equally by making early payment of subventions. Ronald Joe Morovia reports.
It could be recalled that schools of special needs few weeks back have been raising concern over the late payment of government subvention, which has disrupted operations. The late payment also resulted to a 3 weeks delay in the reopening of schools. While acknowledging receiving the third and fourth subvention for this year, Sally Toure appealed for timely disbursement from government to actualize radical inclusion policy.
Of special needs schools expresses its deep appreciation to the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School, MBSSC, for keeping to their promise of providing the third and fourth quarter subvention of 2021 to all special needs schools. We wish to call government's attention to consider the following pressing needs. 1. Continuing the timely payment of subventions to avoid a repetition of the late reopening of special needs schools.
Commending government for the disbursement, Regional Coordinator West of the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities stressed the importance of education to children with special needs.
All at large. For us, persons with disabilities, education is the only way out. When our children grow up, they have no other alternative but to have a good education that can earn them an employment that would let them live independently and self-reliant. But that is only possible when the special needs schools are well supported, are given all the necessary support, particularly in terms of the subvention and teaching and learning materials. So for us, we consider this very, very important.
Ronald Jumorovia, AYV News, Freetown.
The Rokel Commercial Bank branch at Wilkinson Road has marked its first anniversary, noting they've registered over 2,000 customers in 1 year. Rokel Bank was established in 1917 as Barclays, but was later locally incorporated and named after the Rokel River, the longest river in Sierra Leone. The managing director, Dr. Ekundayo Gilpin, some staff at the branch and loyal customers were present for a short celebration ceremony. Our reporter, Naomi Kamara, was there.
bank named after the Rukal River in Sierra Leone has been around since 1917 and serves members of the public, small and medium enterprises. The manager of the Rukal Commercial Bank branch at Wilkinson Road, Noel Williams, was appreciative of the staffs working with him, commending them for being so accurate and diligent in their work for the past 1 year.
We also having a lot of activities around our work, and they are bringing out success to our work. We want to use this opportunity to thank especially my MD, Dr. Watson Gilpin, who believed in me to come and start this branch, because it was an extreme case and you have not made any mistakes, sir. We'll continue to do our best and we will not let you down in this branch.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Rukal Commercial Bank, Dr. Walton Ikundayo Gilpin, discusses how proud he is that their branch at Wilkinson Road is now 1 year and doing well with an increase in customers, all thanks to the hard work of the staffs.
But we don't have a subsidiary. We got to think for ourselves. Everything we do has to come from within. Our compatriots have policies designed in their head office, policies designed outshore, and they're dispersed globally for them to implement. So they don't have to think that much, they don't have to bang their heads, but we have to think for every step we do right here. That's why we're proud of what we're doing. We believe in ourselves. We have a strong legacy of banking in this country, and we exude exuberance. We are not deterred by what we see. We're motivated by what we believe in our hearts. And that's why we continue to rise above the waves. As I always say, just like the Rukal River runs through the length and breadth of Sierra Leone, so will this bank run through the length and breadth of the country until it goes beyond the oceans.
One of the Rukal Commercial Bank customers had this to say.
I must say, this branch in the past 1 year of its existence has given so much value, not only to the community, but to individual businesses like mine. I have benefited a lot. I cannot give the details, but I was saying to the managing director, I said somebody should have asked me to talk about this.
Naomi Kamara, AYV News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Stay tuned for more stories. We're taking a quick break and we'll be right back. Short break. Welcome back. I'm Antonia Howard and this is AYV's Primetime News. Now for more stories, the Sierra Leone Police Lumley Division has organized a sensitization tour at Lumley Roundabout to improve the free flow of traffic. Now Lumley is one of the most congested parts of the city due to street trading and peddling. The acting local unit commander, Assistant Superintendent Monica Johnson, says this will not only make the traffic flow better, but also keep pedestrians safe. Our reporter Michael John Fofana has more.
That was the atmosphere at the Lumley vicinity as traders constantly disturb the free flow of traffic and pedestrians. It is in that light that the support and acting local unit commander for the Lumley Police Division, Assistant Superintendent Monica Johnson, deemed it fit to organize a sensitization tour to encourage traders to abstain from selling on the footpath.
You know, they get some challenge with street trading and the shop owners and especially the income the market and the IGP they frown at that. No one thing people are not aware of Lumley now say Lumley get plenty traffic and the traffic waiting the cause one of the cause of the traffic now the traders then where they can put the markets on the footpath, people on the other side for waka, and they also they put some down on the street to side motor side for waka. So all that may cause the traffic along the way. So they go out there where they go talk to shop owners then for make them tell we think that the people who they sell phones and shop them. And we go give them demarcation. So we don't want people in for sale at this point. Yeah, so and I believe say if we do that engagement with them today, we will definitely get a go give the demarcation line like tomorrow to shop owners. Even the traders they will put phones in shop them and then footpath and then in a street. We will go talk to them also make them come on the streets and come on the footpath so that people will get free flow for water and traffic safe flow freely. Enforcement. For me I dey enforce. And when I enforce, I dey ensure say I bring them come we investigate them, we take them from the all in charge report, and now we charge report will involve city council.
But how did these traders welcome this sensitization tour?
Because now the market is inside. But if you don't begin build market down here, we don't finish it. You don't tell us the government and things. When inside the market side, we don't tell us to keep back of the slab. When the slab is inside, we play water. This will take care because it's it's not good for we sell. We're going to street, but the accidents will happen. So it's not good for we sell. We know which one they can see. So now we don't get tight.
I get it right for boy report. But them back for no say. Now, if you don't sell that you today, let them find solution for people outside them for sale. But you don't force you not find solution for the person. The best thing one are going to do so. You know go be and that's the best solution. When you go to street, they go there and all and the best thing. That's the number and then you know what it is. Oh, then I phone you can't hold me. Outside one of them.
Policemen they can't ask now. City council they can't collect money and then they get money back on other place of back them. They might play. We will still in there. We will try to get our government let it replace yourself. Let it make a lot of money. Because one time
This sensitization tour serves as a warning to all traders and shop owners to stop selling on the footpath. Michael John Fovana, AYV News in Freetown.
Now, young girls in different parts of the country have expressed concerns over the long deprivation of not having access to use technology positively, especially smartphones in this digital generation. Now, some say in their homes, boys are permitted to use smartphones, but girls are prohibited with the perception they might misuse it. Aliu Alvin Kagbo has more on this story.
For far too long, young girls have been deprived from making use of the digital generation, especially giving them the opportunity to use smartphone positively. Some of these kids express their ordeals.
Yeah, because not only some parents think that use the Android phones to chat with boyfriends or just to enjoy your life and go to Facebook or WhatsApp, not just for that. Also, that is wrong. We not just use the phone. That's wrong because it deprive us from deprive us from knowing about the technologies and the good things or the learnable things that we have to learn. You cannot afford to buy, let me say, a dictionary. You can have that right, maybe, or that ability to easily check on the dictionary and search for anything you want.
Because most of the phones sometimes help us in our education activities, more especially for assignments.
Odagbala is the program's manager, Amazonia Initiative Movement, and she explained the significance of technology to the current generation.
Like just what the team says, we live in a modern age, we live in a technological era, and as a result of that, in terms of development, you need all these, you need access to this, and you need the skills to be able to live through this technological era. So it is very important that you have access, and then you have the understanding of how to operate this different technology, so that at least we are talking about in terms of education, we are talking in terms of looking for education, communication. These are all ways in which, you know, it is very important for them to be able to access it, because they need to communicate well, and communicate in the appropriate manner.
The children are therefore requesting for change in perception, which has deprived them for far too long. Ali Alvin Kagbo, AYV News.
Now, the country director of Commit and Act Foundation in Bow City has urged parents to take more responsibility of their girl child to protect them against sexual abuse. This admonishment was done in Bow City, where she presented school materials and more than 300,000 neons to 300 pupils. George Philip Jambawai reports.
Many female teenage survivors have regained their self-esteem through rehabilitation processes in this shelter, owned and managed by Commit and Act Foundation in Bow City. Annually, the organization provides education and support to children that were sexually abused but successfully went through their healing progressions. 300 of such children are the beneficiaries of this year's support, which include books, bags, and a solid cash of over 300,000 leons per child.
The essence, then we give them money when at 360,000 for go buy the uniform and the shoes and the other thing that we left behind. And the primary school, them also will give them 330,000 leons. And we support 300 picking them. 200 from the picking away pass through the shelter this year. And last year, the old one that we will be support, the one that again we want for support, we're really, really vulnerable.
The support, sponsored by Kinder Mission, was done in partnership with Ministry of Education. The beneficiaries' parents were earlier on trained how to do businesses and also given a startup capital to enhance their livelihood that will enable them support their children. The country director, Hannah Bokai, advised the parents to pay more attention to their children.
They appeal to all the comrades. Do ya? Even as you begin to receive this support today, make sure say you put attention for you begin. Make sure say you begin get the support and continue for support and for go school. Because when God begin land, it go do wetin Hannah Bokari they do. It go do wetin the other social workers they do. It go do wetin Fatima the way they do.
This parent is happy to have benefited from this support, but wish an imprisonment for the perpetrator who sexually abused her 7-year-old child, but currently on the run. Girl child abuse is not alarming in both districts as it used to be. Unarguably, the district is not the safest place for girls in the country. Until this is achieved, key among the foundation's functions is to rehabilitate and restore the dignity of survivors. George Philip Jambawai, AYV, Bow.
Now, Social Business Development Lion Poultry has brought on board key partners in the agriculture sector to showcase the cultivation of maize to this set of people. Augusta Ethel Toure has more.
The maize cultivation brought together agriculture students from the University of Makeni, representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, and a host of others were part of this visit. And the main aim is to display the engagement of maize production. According to Peter Kagbo, Farm Country Manager SBD, agriculture should not only be on the table but on the field, and for students to see, touch, and to really see the importance to study agriculture.
Agriculture should not be on the table. Agriculture should be in the field. We are here to really feel, touch, and learn something real, something practical from our expatriates, what we've done, the method of cultivation, so that if they see, feel, and touch it, they can implement it everywhere at any time. In Sierra Leone, we have less cultivation of maize. Imagine sometimes it goes 0.4 per hectare, and I believe from our own intervention, we are now hitting the belt from 5 tons per hectare, 6 tons and above. And I believe if we can do this, we can help more farmers.
Dr. Joseph Talidin of Faculty Agriculture speaks on what he learned so far on the field tip.
We are learning from this exercise that when you do mechanized farming, you reduce drudgery of the people, because it is an evident fact that in this country almost every young man and woman are in school, are in universities. So we now have very small labor left behind in villages. So the only way we can upgrade and scale up the production level is when we introduce machines.
Andrew Abdullah Mansaye, District Agriculture Officer, has this to say.
Sure, it is my direct responsibility as the District Agriculture Officer that wherever agricultural practices are being carried out, I should be there, I should know what they are doing, how they are doing it. When they go astray, it is my responsibility to guide them and then direct them as to what to do.
Emmanuel Gula, a student from the Agriculture Department, calls on colleagues to put more attention in agriculture.
I want to share this message to encourage every student around the country here that do not only focus on one type of the course, that if you may see any opportunity that you can see also it may change your life in future, please do not make yourself delayed with that of your opportunity. Go for it and hard learning.
For AYV Primetime News in Makeni, I am Augusta Etel-Tuye reporting.
And now we join London for international stories.
Hello viewers, welcome to AYV International News with me, Nabre Bangora, here at our studio in London, Soho. The headlines. The UK's petrol retailers have called for an independent inquiry into the fuel crisis. Boris Johnson on course for new row with Parliament and courts over Brexit deals. Taiwan President Wen vows to do utmost to defend country from China. The UK's petrol retailers have called for an independent inquiry into the fuel crisis to ensure it does not happen again, saying the shortages are not easing quickly enough. A lack of lorry drivers and panic buying over the past fortnight left many pumps dry, and problems are continuing mainly in London and southeast England.
So we managed to get an Uber yesterday morning to a petrol station to fill up the jerry can, to then fill up the car to be able to drive to a petrol station that we found out was being refilled with petrol. So that would be about a 2-hour walk to work each day for 12-hour shifts. So yeah, I was slightly panicking. Yeah.
I'm a children's heart doctor. So I look after children's hearts, and that's what I'm training to do. I'm a senior registrar. And I'm towards the end of my training, so this is my crucial time. I really want to be at work. You know, I don't want to be at home. There was stuff that I could do at home and think, okay, well, I can utilize my time very well here, and there are stuff that I can do. However, I spend most of the day looking for fuel.
The Petrol Retailers Association, which represents independent forecourts, said 12% of filling stations in London and the southeast were still dry, and 17% had just one grade of fuel. It said 71% of forecourts in the region had both grades compared with 90% elsewhere.
We now are starting to see the situation improve. We're hearing from industry that supplies are coming back onto the forecourts in the normal way. And I would just really urge everybody to just go about their business in the normal way and fill up in the normal way when you really need it, and you know, things will start to improve.
Boris Johnson is on course for fresh shutdown with Parliament and the courts as he seeks to tear apart the Brexit deal he negotiated less than a year ago. The PM wants to rip up the part of the agreement covering Northern Ireland's border rules if the EU won't make significant changes to the deal. The President of Taiwan has vowed to do her utmost to defend her country from Chinese claims on its territory. Following increasing tensions with Beijing, President Wen said defences would be blasted to demonstrate our determination to defend ourselves. Although the island has ruled itself since it split from the communist rule mainland in 1949, following a long civil war, China claims it as part of its national territory and wants reunification. That is all for now. You have been watching AYV International News with me, Nabre Bangora, at our studio here in London, Soho. Back to the team in Freetown.
Many thanks, Nabri. Now in sports, the Sierra Leone Golf Association has commenced their 3-day golf tournament for 3 sets of golfers, including professional, amateur and the ladies. President of the association, Ibrahim Tito Sanko, says the importance of this tournament is to prepare golfers for the Open tournament in Gambia and Ghana, scheduled for November this year. Ransford McLean, our sports reporter, has more.
The 3 days open golf tournaments for 3 categories of golfers in Sierra Leone, organized by the Sierra Leone Golf Association, is for athletes to represent the country in their upcoming competition for this year. President of the Sierra Leone Golf Association, Ibrahim Tito Sankor, explains on the reasons of organizing this 3 days competition for the athletes. He emphasized that this will enable the athletes to perform well for the competition in November this year.
Over the course of the next 3 days, expect to see twists and spins as golfers use this tournament as preparation for the Ghana and the Gambia Golf Open Tournament in November this year. Normally, people who play this beautiful game across the world are whether well-to-do or comfortable financially. The same cannot be said for Sierra Leone golf professional golfers. What makes us unique is that the vast majority of golfers in this category who display such a remarkable passion for the sport are financially constrained, and many of them are unemployed. RCB, Local Commercial Bank, is so appreciated for rising to the challenge of supporting this tournament.
Before the commencement of the tournament for the athletes, Managing Director of Local Commercial Bank Sierra Leone, Dr. Ekundayo Gilpin, speaks on the reason for their partnership to the competition.
Like to be associated with success, and nobody likes to be associated with failure. I also believe that golf is quite a beautiful game. It used to be a rich man's game, but now it's a game played by many poor players. Not poor by wealth, but poor by ability. And however, we believe that in Sierra Leone, we're going to have the opportunity to turn the stage around. The opportunity to have golfers who can be known in the sub-region, who can be known in the continent, and who can be known beyond. Just looking around the room, I see that the demographics, the females are much younger than the males. That means that the females have just started playing. But I believe that in this particular cohort of females, we can have others who will see them and want to emulate them and want to be.
Some of the golfers explains on how they are ready for the tournament and what should spectators expect from them.
I feel very good towards this competition because it don't bring you back out again, because we don't lost lots of competition from the past few months from when Corona came and so concerning travel and this that. We don't lost local competition. And I'm so glad because we don't practice, we're ready for any team where they come be. So we don't practice, and I'm glad we don't get this competition here so we can show say we be the practice. I never prepare because you don't tell me the practice. I believe say this tournament here, you deserve them, like you forget them.
Lance for McLean, AYV Sports Freetown.
And that's all in tonight's edition of Primetime News. For more stories, do visit our website on www.ayvnews.com. And if you do have any comments on the news, as always, send an email to info@ayvnews.com. My name is Antonia Howard. Many thanks for watching and listening. Good night.
You're watching AYV Television.
Mina Yvonne Aki-Sawyer, Mayor of Freetown. And I want to tell Freetonians and thank you again for when I vote for me for be una mayor, for where we join and for say, together we go transform Freetown. And transform Freetown don't they happen in so many different ways. Whether we talk about the nurseries them, we don't be built in markets. The construction of the first ever wastewater treatment plant na King Tom. The building of thousands of meters of drainage in our communities. We the plant trees them on the hillsides. We the respond to disaster. We the sweep the streets there every single day, in spite of all the challenges and all the obstacles. But transform Freetown, not just about waiting with the build. Transform Freetown, now also about transforming lives.
as the mayor can take in this market for make it go done and for we. I'm so happy as a chair lady because we get some difficulties at the old markets where we been get. We don't take 100 years now. We been get plenty challenges in that market. We not been get toilet facility, we not get water facility, but now we tell God thank you as the mayor, we na iron lady. We tell God thank you for in life and to the help of the mayor and God, where this market done, all the facility then we they get some because we don't see the beginning and we know say it go end fine. We go get shop, we get toilet facility, we go get water, we no go strain nothing again.
One of the main reasons why me know say Freetown clean pass Rade, now because of the intervention where the mayor, even Akinsoya, can empower with the youth man or go pandoti business. Over 1,000 per week with the youth man don't get tricycle and training where we do house to house garbage collection and also council they pay for sweep the streets. My life don't change through this project. I don't able to buy brand new tricycle. I able to buy motorbike. I be dropped out of college because of money business. But through this project, this sustainable waste management project, I don't go back to college, continue my studies, take care of my family them, take care of pay my house rent, my water bill, do other domestic things them, help my family upline.
We all get a role for play. Me as a mayor, I continue for commit myself, for work hard, and for continue for maintain transparency and accountability in all waiting I do. On the part of Freetonians, I want to remind everybody, let we take sanitation really seriously, not if dirty in a street or a gutter. And for you, we get property, or you we get business, pay you property rate, pay you business license. Let we all pay with local tax. That way, wait till we don't do so far, we go able for continuum. That way, we not only go continue for transform lives, but we go no say together. Now we go transform Freetown.
Are you looking for the best school in town for your child or children? Then your worries are over, because Hill Valley Academy is here for you.
Welcome to Hill Valley Academy. We've been working really hard, and finally we are open to the public. We're ready to welcome you, and as we promised, we want you to come here for excellent education, and now we are ready to welcome you to our school.
Hill Valley Academy is a specialist science school that offers a full curriculum from pre-primary to senior secondary school. Our school offers facilities of the highest standards, and we are set to become one of the most important educational institutions of the country. Hill Valley Academy is located at Mambo Village, 5 minutes from Hamilton Junction. Just ask for Bolo Junction. You can contact us on the following numbers: 078-478484 or 080-222-069, or by email hillvalleyacademy18@gmail.com. Be part of something great.
Are you building a house or a shop or an office? Are you looking for the best solution to do it?